Hey, what's up guys? My name is WoW, and recently I've been part of one of the best ranked games I've ever played in. As the title suggests, we've made an amazing comeback in this game that I feel deserves to be shared. But before we get into the game-changing teamfights, we need some context, so first thing, let's take a look at the team comps. On the blue team, we have Callie in the jungle, Aphrodite in the solo, Poseidon in the mid, and Geb plus Cupid in the dual lane. On the red team, we have Bastet as the jungler, Neith as the solo laner, Janice in the mid, and Sylvanas plus Kronos as a support plus 80 carry duo. Based on the team comps, we can see that the red team is looking to play super aggressively in the early game because the blue team has the much better late game. Their team plan is to find picks with a Neith ult setup into Janice plus Bastet burst, then take Gold Furies and snowball from there. They are running 2 ADC, so they will have a lot of objective damage. On the flip side, the blue team's strategy is to stall until Callie comes online and just obliterates everybody with Aphrodite constantly tethered to her, healing her up and giving her move speed. Early game, the blue team's gonna just look to sit under tower and farm safely. I guess they do have the Geb ult into Poseidon ult to counter aggression from the invaders, but I still think that the red team has the much better team composition because if we look at the blue team, their comp doesn't really do anything early. And keep in mind that in Season 2, games are usually decided early because Snowball plays a huge factor in the game. So with all the strategy talk out of the way, it's time to take a look at the first team fight. For the first engagement, we can see that Poseidon walks really aggressive into mid lane, gets caught out with a Janus portal, and is forced to use bees here. He then gets rooted by Sylvanas and unleashes the Kraken. Does a ton of damage to Sylvanas, but it isn't nearly enough to send him home. Now he goes back under his tower, hoping that the aggression has ended, sitting at about half of his health, but Bastet is quickly approaching from the right jungle, and we can see that underneath, Bastet dives and is able to get the kill with the help of the Janus Saber Vortex. Now the red team sort of wastes a bit of time here in the mid lane, but they soon realize that at this point in time, Poseidon is the only damage on the blue team, so they beeline the Gold Fury, they commit to it with the cats, 4-man rotation from the red team to the Gold Fury, and they basically get it for free. There is no contest. And at this point, we couldn't do anything. By the way, I am playing as the Geb on the blue team. Right here, the surrender vote comes out at the 10-minute mark, and that just goes to show how much faith we had in our composition. On Curse, we were talking about how Callie and Aphrodite were really bad picks, and it shows because we couldn't do anything about the Gold Fury, even with 4 members alive. If we take a look at the graphs here, we're down 5k gold and 5k experience at the 10-minute mark, which is basically insurmountable. However, we were somehow able to hold for another few minutes. And now let's take a look at the next team fight. Right here, we can see that Cupid sort of gets caught out with the Janus slow, but is able to dash away quickly and dodge all the damage from the Saber Vortex. He drops the hearts, heals himself, and Callie back up to full. Geb comes in with the knockup, followed by the ultimate. Only hits people, does no damage. Here comes the Cupid ultimate follow-up, but isn't able to do any damage because they all walk out. Beautiful snipe by Janus, kills the Geb. Here comes the Aphrodite Callie combo. They do no damage. Callie is forced to jump, but Aphrodite gets pulled and is blown to pieces. Now the red team's looking at the beautiful tower with a huge advantage, but they don't have any creeps, so they can't aggress onto it right now. But here comes the creeps from the red team, and also here comes Poseidon. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? Watch for the beautiful Kraken. I'm calling it right now. Beautiful Kraken right here. Nope, just kidding. He whiffs it, and now the red team is gotta be feeling really good about this one. But once again, they can't aggress onto this tower because there is no minions. Oh, Kronos going for the super aggressive. He gets stunned and blown up. That was a huge throw right there. Cupid goes in, takes advantage of that play, and aggresses onto Neith. And Janus, he gets portaled, and now comes the full disengage from both sides of the map. Anyways, that was a huge throw. That put us back into the game because we were able to hold, and we actually got some time to farm up and prepare for the next team fight. Speaking of team fights, ladies and gentlemen, we have Callie going into the mid, stuns of Sylvanas, Geb blinks and gets a triple stun. Sylvanas takes a fall. Callie takes that kill, and now Callie is in the backline looking for Kronos. Jumps into Kronos. Kronos is going to force the ulti to get away from the Callie in the front line. We can see that Neith is going to town on Aphrodite, but Aphrodite takes no damage because she just heals it back up, and now the Janus ult comes down, hits nobody. Cupid also comes down. Also hits nobody except Janus. Janus is really low. Bastet drops the cat, and the cats are now on Aphrodite and Cupid. Bastet jumps out. I don't know if that's a good play or not because Cupid is extremely huge. Bastet pays for it with pretty much all of her health at that point. Neith is coming in. This is also a really bad play. This is a 1v2 situation for Neith. Cupid is huge. He's almost headed, but Aphrodite gets kissed and she backflips. But I don't know if this is going to help. Yeah, she gets taken down. Bastet's into the throw, but she gets it out. She makes it out alive because of a beautifully placed Janus portal right there. And now in the mid we can see a Mexican stand-up. Red team looking at blue team looking at red team. Red team should probably retreat. They already lost a lot. They lost 2 people in the fight. They lost all of their health as well. Cupid is going to aggress onto Janus right here. Janus is heart bombing, probably dead. But no, he's not dead. He ages his beautiful ages by Janus. Crawls in the mid, gets cracking and obliterated by the blue team. And now the blue team is gonna look for the tier 1 tower in the mid. What should I say? Question mark invisible tier 1 tower? Anyways, the blue team takes a huge advantage. Also 3-4-0 exchange. The blue team, in mind, the blue team is down by a lot, but now the game is even. After that team fight, blue team is gonna go for a goal 3 here. Red team can't really contest this in that position 2. They're down 2 players, and they also don't want to fight into Cupid, Aphrodite, Kali late game team fight composition. So they're just gonna give it up right now. Red team knows that they have to make something happen. That's why they're headed towards the fire giant pit. And now I don't think they have enough damage to take down this fire giant in time. They don't think so either, so they're gonna wait here and bait something. Sylvanas blinks in, gets a 4-man knockup, but there just isn't any follow-up. Janus ulti whiffs, Cupid ulti also whiffs, but look at Aphrodite, Cupid combo, they're just annihilating Janus. Janus gets blown to pieces, and now they're gonna look their sights onto Sylvanas. Sylvanas is a really tanky target. No, they're not. Cupid backs up because beautifully positioned Neath stun, and now Basta's really low. She gets killed by the Kali and gives the Kali a reset. Now this is a full-on chase by the blue team onto the red team. Neath is just way too far away. This is a really bad idea, and they know that because it's a waste of time, so that's why they're gonna look at the fire giant. Sylvanas cannot back here. Sylvanas needs to steal this fire giant. His team is, if he wants his team to be in this game, so all eyes on Aphrodite. Poseidon, they're in a zoning position. Neath comes in. Neath gets cracked and loses all of her health right here. Is she going to live? Yes, she is. She gets backflipped. Oh, and Sylvanas cannot come into the fire giant pit because Aphrodite kisses her and puts them in combat. And now Sylvanas is going to take a spill because the blue team is all there. And now Kroll's in a really awkward position, getting chased down by 4 members of the blue team. He's forced to all here to get away, but little does he know that he's running into a wall, and Geb ultis him, stuns him. This is where they can get the kill. Geb goes in, tries to knock him into his team. Is he gonna get? No, he gets sidestep, but unfortunately for the Colonels, the blue team is all there, and then they're gonna look to take a tier 2 tower, which is also somehow invisible, and also they're going to take a massive lead, and probably gonna push the Phoenix. In fact, that's what they're gonna do. They're aggressing on it very quickly. Geb is going to shield himself right here and tank the Phoenix, and now Bastard Cats comes down. They don't do any damage. Cupid comes down here just to zone people, not anything ridiculous. So Kali is taking a lot of damage in the front. She gets sniped by Neath and she gets taken out, but that's worth it for the blue team because they already got a Phoenix. And now full on retreat by the blue team, full on chase by the red team. This is a really bad idea. So 3v5, and Geb is kind of out of position right now, but that's okay. Janus gets blown up by the Poseidon in the back line, and Bastet is in a really awkward position right now, still chasing down the Geb. I don't know about this idea. Geb's a really bad target. He's not a high priority. Geb is gonna lose all of his health here. Aphrodite kiss into ulti is gonna save the Geb from the Sylvanas, and now if we can see in the backline, the Bastet's getting chased. Poseidon's gonna whip the whirlpool, but I don't know if Bastet's making it out alive. She jumps. She's gonna run for her life, but she's not gonna make it because the last try hits her right there and obliterates her. And now this is a huge turnaround by the blue team. So for the last team fight, we were just, you know, sort of having fun. I'm not going to cast this because, like, at this point, we pretty much win this fight off the bat because it's really, really difficult to beat a Kali, Afro, and Cupid late game. So, you know, we were just diving Phoenixes, and this I thought was a really, really good game because at one point we were down 15,000 experience and over 15,000 gold. But then, you know, we were able to come back. Like, we tried to surrender 3 times, and everybody was really just discouraged because, you know, we were down so much and we're not gonna win. But then again, we pulled it through. So moral of the story here is basically, if you have the better late game teamfight comp, the much better late game teamfight comp, then all you gotta do is pull your teamwork together and you will win. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.